If you enjoy helping children learn and working as part of a team, consider educational assistant as an occupation. Educational assistants work with teachers and other support personnel to provide instruction. They also help teachers with non-instructional tasks, such as preparing materials. We asked an educational assistant to teach us more about this occupation.
As an educational assistant, my main job is to assist the teacher with the curriculum and help him or her develop strategies to help students. I have chosen to become a special needs educational assistant, and I have found a job in an opportunity program where I'm able to work one-on-one with kids with different developmental abilities in the classroom. So one of the things I do along with the teacher is identify a problem that the student is having, and we try to pick up strategies and use those strategies to help that child. As an educational assistant, you would find work in a junior high, in an elementary school, or in a high school. You would be used in classrooms that usually have 30 or more students, mainly to assist the teacher with the amount of work that she or he has to cover in the class. So my job would be to make sure they got all their homework done, all the kids who were missing got all their tests done, often photocopying, getting exams ready, that kind of stuff, but used mainly in larger classroom settings.
When I'm looking at hiring somebody that's coming to us as an educational assistant, one of the things that really comes to mind that's critical is, do they have initiative? Are they able to work cohesively with the teacher? Because together as a team, they're going to make a difference for that classroom. Are they organized? Do kids come first? Are they able to relate to the students that they work with? In some of our situations, they work with some pretty challenging environments and students. And so how are we accommodating to meet the range of needs of students that we're going to be working with?
Some of the equipment that I use during the day would be the photocopier, the laminator, the smartboard, the computer, lots of pens and pencils. The kids come in the morning and they say hello, they drop their agendas and their homework off with me, and I check to make sure that they got their homework done and that they got their agenda book signed. We usually move on to whatever subject is in store for the day, and so usually reading we start with first, and our writing, and we talk about the date and what month it is and what the weather is like outside. And then we'll move on to reading groups where I get to work one-on-one with different kids, and some of them work at the smartboard and some are working with letters on the board and some of them work in their workbooks, and so I'm able to go around, and sometimes I get to go around and read with them too. Then they'll go outside for recess, and I will or will not go out with them. It just depends on my supervision schedule. Then they'll come back and we'll do some more work, whatever the subject may be, and they'll have lunch, and we repeat that and do that in the afternoon. Here at the position that I have, I work typically from 8:15 in the morning till about 1:30 in the afternoon, which gives me time to do my running around or my grocery shopping or anything else that I have to do. At about 3:30, I get to do one of my other passions, which is I get to teach dance. And I typically work from about 3:30 or 4 till about 9 o'clock at my dance studio. To become an educational assistant, I took the Special Needs Educational Assistant program, which is a year condensed program, and it starts in September and it goes to the end of June, which has 2 practicums. And the Special Needs Educational Assistant program allows you to be a Special Needs Educational Assistant, but it also allows you to be an educational assistant as well. Some of the skills you need as an educational assistant, I think one of the main ones you need is patience, because you're often working one-on-one, and that's usually that child that struggles with something, so you need patience and you need a lot of understanding. If they're having a bad day and they don't want to read, you have to understand maybe something happened at home and that's why they don't want to read. So I think those are 2 of the main things that you need: patience and understanding. The reason I decided to become an educational assistant is because one of the jobs that I do right now is I do teach dancing, and I enjoy the teaching part of it and the one-on-one that I get from it, and I thought this would be a wonderful job for me to be able to do work one-on-one. If someone was interested in becoming an educational assistant, my best advice to them would be to job shadow somebody in the position to see whether or not this is the position for them. I hope to, in the future, I plan to go back to school to become a teacher in an elementary school. I find that I'm learning something new every day. All the kids that we work with have different ways of doing their math, their science, their reading, or their writing, and our job is to find the best way to pull the best out of them to work however they need to work, because all the kids that we work with are different. Sometimes I take some of the kids out into the hallway to read by themselves. It's because it's less distracting for them in the room. Sometimes they can't pay attention if somebody's on the smartboard playing with the smartboard or up on the whiteboard. So if I take them out of the room, they concentrate much better. One of the challenges of my job is if I see a child struggling and I can't seem to get them to get over that struggle, sometimes I'll get sad and I'll take it home with me and it'll make me upset. Seeing a child that is only able to say the letters of the alphabet or just the beginning sounds of the alphabet, and seeing them grow to be able to read books like I Can See or I Can Jump is one of the most rewarding things about my job. I love my job. I love the career that I chose to go into. I wake up every morning wanting to go to work and wanting to see the kids.
If the occupation of educational assistant interests you, there's more information available, including educational requirements and salary ranges, in the occupational profiles on ALICE. You may also be interested in the related occupations of child and youth care worker, early childhood educator, or elementary school teacher. Learn more on the ALICE website and make the most of your future. Visit us at alice.alberta.ca.